Alright, here we are again. Going to do another review of Game of Thrones, this time for episode 4. Holy shit. that was an ending. Then a middle. Started by a beginning. All very good.
Yep. It had all the bits and pieces of a story.
Yes. The climax was perfect. As it is always every time. Yeah, very, very. It's getting some traction now. Like, there's feet on the ground. People are fighting. It's not just talking anymore, for the most part.
We've had a lot of things happen, and we finally, we've seen all the pieces. Like, if you consider it like a chessboard, like Cersei and Daenerys are playing chess. We finally see Daenerys get a piece of Cersei.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... and, let's go ahead and, I guess, do a breakdown of the episode.
Let's do it.
So first we start off with Jaime and Bronn. They're taking the gold from Highgarden. From last episode, they just defeated the army, the Highgarden army and everything, and so now they're packing it up into wagons and going to ship it off to King's Landing to pay off the Iron Bank. Which then it cuts to Cersei and the representative from the Iron Bank, and she's telling him, like, yeah, my brother's securing the gold right now, and we'll have it here shortly, and he's kind of impressed. He's like, well, you guys got your shit together over here. It's going good for you. Maybe we are on the betting on the winning side, Still not, he seems still kind of not non-committal, but he is talking about possibilities of how they can work together in the future.
Yeah. She's as cunning as her dad and more ruthless.
Yeah. Way more ruthless.
Yeah. Makes her dangerous.
Yeah. After that, we get to Littlefinger. He gives Bran the Valyrian steel dagger that the assassin in Season 1 was going to try and kill him with. And, which is weird kind of gift, like, hey, welcome back from the wall and beyond. Here's the alleged murder weapon that would have killed you.
It was symbolic.
Yeah.
Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, basically.
True. But Bran really doesn't care about anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
kind of unhinged from reality.
Yeah, but it's like say he did, if he was regular Bran and wasn't unhinged and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, like, going into this person's house and he's got the sword of someone that tried to kill him. You're not going to fuck with that person.
No, you're not.
Yeah. So I think it's a suitable gift, and Bran gives him a line that...
Yeah, because he tells him that he's there to help protect Catelyn's children. Since she can't be here to protect them, he's going to be here to protect them. He's... Of course, with Littlefinger, he always wants something. He doesn't give you something without wanting something in return.
Yeah.
So, Bran doesn't even care about his angle. He just flat out creeps him out almost.
Yeah, he tells him the line that he told Varys.
Yeah, way back in...
I don't know. I want to say Season 2.
I think it's Season 2.
It was before Joffrey died, because they were still in King's Landing.
So
it was the chaos is ladder.
Mm-hmm. They're standing in the throne room.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, what would you do if you were sitting on that Iron Throne, and kind of hinting at each other like, I know you play a dangerous game, I play a dangerous game.
Yeah. You
have your whispers and your little birds, and I have my little birds as well,
Mm-hmm.
They're in a talking, pissing match almost, kind of.
Yeah. I really don't understand, the wavelength that Bran is working on.
Yeah,
it's he tells Sansa that she was pretty tonight, that she was raped.
Yeah.
By her,
really
she was forced to marry, the worst person in the show, even worse than Joffrey.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Littlefinger's like, I remember this conversation that you had with a friend that was fairly pleasant and non-threatening, really.
Yeah.
All the things he could have told him, you're like, that's what he chose to go with. He was way nicer about it than he was with Sansa for some reason.
Yeah. His, Bran's reactions to everything is just, it's coming off dickish, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And he got a wheelchair now, too, so.
yeah. He's not even impressed with that. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever, they stuck me in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of a wheelchair is in a castle.
No, there's so many stairs.
Yeah.
Like, Hodor made sense.
Yeah.
You know, you put the cripple in the basket's on his back, and he, you know, takes you wherever you need to go.
Yeah.
But a wheelchair, you get to the edge of the stairs, and you're like, well, I can go down. I'm not coming back up, you know. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got the same weakness Xavier does. It's stairs. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Mira Reed says goodbye to Bran because she wants to go back with her family before the White Walkers destroy everything.
Yeah, she barges in and Littlefinger leaves.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
creeped out like.
he just basically just says, well, thank you. And she said, just thank you? That's it? You got nothing else other than that? Like, my brother died for you. I almost died for you. Hodor died for you. You know, that's all you have to say. It's just, thanks. And he's like,
what do you want? I don't really care. Basically,
he's like, what do you want? I'm different now.
Yeah,
I've gone through changes. You don't understand what I'm going through.
I'm the three-eyed raven, which means I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
And then she said, well, I guess Bran died in that cave then.
He just like stares at her like he stares at everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to be interesting where they're taking Bran with this, because this is, you just want to slap him and go, dude, you're here in reality. You know, this is the timeline right now. Like,
yeah.
And when the fuck are you going to tell Jon that, you know, when are you going to send a Raven and tell Jon that he's a Targaryen? You know, something. After that, Arya comes back. She has a little bit of trouble at the gates. Walking in. Same thing with
very little though.
No. Just walks up, and it's like very reminiscent of was it the first season when she tried getting into King's Landing, and she tried telling the guards like, well, my dad is the hand of the king. And they're like, yeah, whatever. All right, we don't believe you. And same thing when she walks up into Winterfell, and they stop her, and she says, well, I'm Arya Stark. You know, this is my home. This is, you know. Like, Arya Stark's dead. I don't know who the hell you are, but you just need to get the fuck out of here. And she tells him, well, like, okay, maybe I'm not Arya Stark, you know, and you just push me away. But if I am, and my sister finds out, you're not going to like it.
Yeah. It's literally the dumbest conversation ever. Because, like, what, 3 days ago, like, Bran shows up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, yeah, I wasn't killed.
Stark children are just popping up out of nowhere now.
Yeah.
Like, how do they not believe?
Yeah, if Robb shows up to the gates, don't be surprised by it.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just really stupid. It's like, you gotta wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like, are you really just dense?
Well, they're sitting there arguing, like, which one's going to go tell Sansa and, like, supposedly waste her time, because, of course, it should be some sort of imposter that, you know. And the whole time that they're arguing, they look back, and then all of a sudden she's just gone.
That was dumb also, because it was like, I never got the sense, in what we've seen, I didn't get the sense that she was just like this, ruling with an iron fist, and, you know, she was just there, and doing what she thought was best. Really.
Right. She's actually being kind of smart about her, you know, fortifying Winterfell.
Yeah.
Make sure we have food. Hey, you, make that armor better. You know?
She's just cutting straight to it, no bullshit. You know. Oh no, we can't go talk to her. It's just dumb. That was a really bad scene.
Yeah. And they end up going to Sansa anyway, because they gotta tell her, like, there's some little girl that's just snuck in. I don't know how she snuck in. She got past us somehow. And she says that she's your little sister. And she's like, don't worry, I know where she is. Goes down to the tomb.
She figures out it is Arya when they bring up, like, who was the...
that Arya didn't know that Master Luwin and whoever the Master at Arms was is dead. that she wasn't aware of those details, but she knew them from before. So,
That's where she figured out that it is actually Arya, and she knows exactly where she's at.
Down in the Stark tomb, standing in front of Ned Stark's statue, which, when Sansa comes down, they kind of stare at each other for a second. And then she goes, what'd she say? Do I have to call you Lady Stark now?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, yes. And then they both smile and then have a little nice reunion. Comment on how Ned Stark's statue doesn't look like him. Should have been carved by someone that knew him.
Nobody that knows what he looks like is alive anymore.
No.
Then Arya imitates it like what we know. It was like, I don't think you guys know how to build a statue, so.
She asks Sansa, I heard that you're the one that killed Joffrey, is that true? She goes, I wish. That was a nice little moment there.
Yeah.
And then Arya goes in and says, yeah, he was on my list too. She's like, list? What list? And like, the list of people I'm going to kill. And she looks at her, like, you must be joking. Ha ha ha, it's funny. And Arya's like, huh, no one... I tell a bunch of Lannister soldiers I'm going to kill the queen, they laugh. I tell you that I have a kill list, you laugh. Whatever.
Yeah. They had a good reunion, but it was one of those where it's like, so much time has passed and they really didn't get along before.
It was nice, but semi-awkward.
Yeah. I mean, even Sansa, like, brings up that, like, Jon's going to go crazy when he sees you.
Yeah.
Because those were the two that got along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was Jon's favorite, over anybody.
Because she was different like him.
Mm-hmm. And he was her favorite because she knew that she wasn't meant to be a lady, to wear dresses and everything like that. And she wanted to be on adventures and carry a sword, and he saw that in her, and he embraced it with her.
And he got her didn't he get her the sword?
Yeah, he got her needle. Yeah. And so that was really nice. Having that little Sansa Arya reunion, and then Sansa goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Bran's back too."
Yeah,
she's very lackluster about it, and she's like, "Oh, that's great. That's great, right?" Sansa's like, "I'll just show you, and you make your own decision."
Yeah. What doesn't have two working legs and is kind of an asshole? Our brother.
Yep,
he's here.
So
he's weirdly not an asshole.
Yeah.
To her.
And somehow he made it all the way down the castle stairs and into the weirwood.
Yeah, back of that weird looking tree.
Yeah, the tree with the face. And he's just kind of sitting there, and they walk up. He's like, "Oh, good, you're alive." Like, "Hey, how's it going, Arya?" Very lackluster, no emotion.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you came here."
Yeah.
He knew the options, and he was almost a little bit surprised that she went with the coming home.
Yeah, he's like, "I thought you were on your way to King's Landing." She's like, "I don't know how you knew that, but yeah, I was."
Yeah. He asks about the list.
Mm-hmm. And that's the first sign that Sansa was like, "Oh shit, you were serious about a list?" Like, I thought it was just a joke. Like, she's not sure what to make of that yet, And, let's see.
And then Bran gives Sansa, or not Sansa, but
gives Arya the dagger. And he's like,
because he doesn't want it. He doesn't give a shit.
I don't care about it. He's like, it's useless to a cripple anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Very blunt and well put.
Yeah. Give it to someone who's going to do something useful with it. Sure. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Arya likes killing people. Might as well give her more weapons to do that.
And don't you need like Valyrian steel to kill White Walkers?
Yes, you do.
And give it to probably the most skilled killer there.
Yeah.
Her and Lady or Brienne.
Mm-hmm.
Are the two most skilled, so he gives it to Arya.
Yeah. After that, we cut over to Jon Snow and Daenerys, and he kind of beckons her over and says, like, "Hey, I need to show you this cave. Before we start tearing shit out, you need to see some stuff in here." And she takes her back in and sees all the dragon glass. And it's weird because it's like almost like crystallized formations, like Like how you kind of find like gold in a mountain or something.
Basically like her throne, but bigger.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like just solid chunks of dragon glass. It was like little crystallized things here and over here and some more over there. Like that's interesting. Then there's also like pictures and stuff on the wall that.
What are they called, like petroglyphs?
Yeah, I think so. And he's showing her, like, oh well, here's the children of the wood.
Children of the forest.
Children of the forest, and then here's man, and they were friends, but they banded together to fight the White Walkers, and he shows like a pictograph of the White Walkers on the wall as well. And then there were some symbols on there too, which wasn't until we saw the after episode in-depth thing that we'd realized that we'd seen those certain
Images.
symbols before. Yeah. Whenever the White Walkers would kill a bunch of people, they'd arrange the bodies in certain ways.
Yeah.
That were the same pictures that were on the wall. Like,
yeah. Not sure what that means. Just
interesting though.
Yeah. I thought it was really weird that there's like all these simple drawings, and then when it comes to the White Walkers, it's very detailed. Like got facial hair and everything, length of hair down.
Mm-hmm. I thought it would be kind of funny if like John's still trying to convince her, like at all costs, that White Walkers are real. So as she's buying into it, like, oh my God, all these sketches and stuff on the walls, you're right, and like a hammer and chisel falls out of his pocket. And he just kind of brushes it behind a boulder. She's like, what was that? He's like, nothing. I did nothing. Neat pictures, though, huh?
Yeah. I also don't really understand how he like knows that it's children of the forest.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It gets the story moving.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, she kind of like, I don't know if she really concedes that the White Walkers are real or not, but she like tells him to bend the knee again, and he refuses.
She's like, if you really do believe this, and like I really do want to support you in this, I will stand with you and be your ally. But you still gotta bend the knee.
Yeah.
He's like, will you drop this bend the knee shit already?
Yeah. I don't get why she won't drop it. I also don't get why he just won't do it. Mm-hmm. It's really a meaningless gesture at this point.
One of them just has to cave.
Yeah.
But like, there was some moments happening in between them to where like she's kind of looking at him and kind of admiring him, and he's doing the same with her.
Oh, that was for the like the people who want to see them get together.
Yeah.
Which I do not understand at all.
I mean, I could see like I can see an alliance through marriage that like he won't bend the knee, but they need each other. They need to be allies because she's got pretty much no allies.
They're related
left.
though.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if they have a marriage, then he's not bending the knee. They're joining at the highest level possible by being king and queen.
But there's a ton of people that were just watching and they're going like kiss.
Yeah.
And it's like they're related.
Never stopped the Targaryens before, though.
No, it didn't start.
I mean, before Daenerys got sold off to Khal Drogo, she had been expecting ever since she was little that she'd marry her brother, just because that's kind of the things that happened in their family before.
Yeah, but the same people who want to like see Jon and Dany get together are the same people who are like, oh, you, Cersei and Jaime. Ew.
Oh yeah,
it's like they're both gross. Mm-hmm. Everything's gross.
I mean, that's twin brother and sister versus niece and nephew.
It's still blood. It don't matter.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, it's at least one a little bit more removed than sharing the same womb. You know.
It's still gross.
Yeah, I know.
They're still relatives.
Once they walk out of the cave, Tyrion and Varys kind of look at each other like, you tell her. No, you tell her. You know. Yeah. They got some bad news.
They're kind of like the guards at Winterfell. Like, oh no, we got to talk to her.
We did a dumb. Casterly Rock didn't go as well as we thought. So they break the bad news to her. She gets mad.
Oh yeah. She basically calls him out for basically being a bad strategist.
Yeah.
And then accuses him of doing it purposefully because he doesn't want to kill his family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, he's just bad.
Yeah. He's, she's pretty mad, but...
Yeah. He's only won one battle, and it's because he used a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
So she asked Jon Snow what she should do.
She asks his advice, and he basically tells her the same thing Tyrion's saying, is like, you having these dragons made people realize about you that you brought something impossible into the world. And they think that you might be able to do the impossible again by making a world that isn't completely full of shit. You know, you actually make a better world for them to live in. But if you use those dragons for death and destruction, they're just going to see you as the same thing as before.
Yeah.
And kind of strikes a chord with her at first, you know, like, and very good sound advice, you know.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah. It cuts back to...
Because she wants to go to King's Landing.
Yeah, she wants to just stroll right in there and just start burning people.
Yeah.
You know, like, all the Lannisters, I want them dead. I want their head on a plate. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We cut back over to Brienne and Podrick back at Winterfell, and they're sparring in the middle of the area.
Yep. Still just knocking Podrick down every chance she gets.
Poor Podrick just can't get it.
Yeah.
He's trying, though. He's giving his best. And Arya strolls in and says that she wants to spar with Brienne. Brienne's kind of looking her up and down like, you're this tall? I'm this tall? You got no chance, you know. She's like, "I'll go easy on you." And Arya's like, "Well, I promise I won't cut you with my sword." And she's like, yeah, whatever. But they actually have a really good spat.
Yep. Arya gets the better for the most part, but at the very end, they pretty even. They both have a killing blow.
Mm-hmm. And Brienne's impressed.
Yep.
She's like, "Wow, where'd you learn that?" And Arya goes, "Nobody."
Yep, no one.
No one.
Because no one taught her.
Mm-hmm. Because a man has no name.
Yep.
And Sansa's watching this with Littlefinger up on the balcony, and she suddenly realizes her little sister is more dangerous than she thought.
Yeah.
And
She's completely changed. She's not just a little girl anymore that wanted to be this like adventurous sword fighter. Now she actually grew up to be that person.
I think she's suddenly very jealous of her in that instant because she realizes that Arya has become the kind of person that she always wanted to be all along. Very independent, you know, isn't conformed to what's considered right for a lady, you know. She wants to go off and do her own thing, and she's done exactly that.
I don't think she's jealous at all.
Well, I mean, like, the freedom that she has, because Sansa is nowhere near what she wanted to be.
She wanted to be married to Joffrey.
She wanted to be happy and married and have children and just have it be that. Where instead she got sold off and raped and, you know, humiliated and beaten, and everything's gone wrong for her pretty much.
I think she just doesn't know how to handle these things.
It's way overwhelming for her.
Yeah.
And
Littlefinger is like...
He's loving it.
Yeah.
He can't wait to pounce on the opportunity to make this work in his favor.
Yeah.
And he gives Arya a very creepy little nod of approval after he sees how well she's doing with her sword and his dagger.
Yeah.
Against Brienne, because he's like,
Yeah, I wonder if he's like eyeing her up to marry like the Robin kid. Is that it? Or are they related too?
They're related through their mothers. Yeah.
So never mind. I don't know what exactly is going on.
He might have she would be a good plot point since she's good at fighting. She's little. She's nimble. You know. He might have heard whispers of her. I'd probably not like being a faceless man, but you know that he has whispers of what happened with Walder Frey and all the Freys, you know.
Yeah, I think it may just be that
he's storing it for later in his memory of like, I'm gonna have to use this to my advantage somehow.
He sees that there's like another Stark that he could potentially, use for his gain, and this one is more capable on the fighting side.
Yeah. After that, it cuts back to John and Davos talking to Missandei, and
John's going around asking people why they're following her.
Yeah, like, what's your story? How come you're here? Why'd you leave your home? She tells him, well, I was a slave. She bought me, killed my master. Now I follow her. And she does it as a volunteer, and that blows them away. They're like, really?
Yeah.
And he also had to explain what a bastard meant to her, because that doesn't exist on where she's
marriage
from.
doesn't exist. So
marriage doesn't
a bastard,
exist.
basically.
Yeah. So since marriage doesn't exist, no one's a bastard over there.
But she basically tells him that, like, she's not their queen because she's a Targaryen. She's their queen because they believe in her. They choose her to be her queen.
She's an elected official.
Yes.
Of the people, by the people, for the people.
Yep.
So that was interesting just to see them kind of like interviewing her. After that, they're standing there and they see a boat come up, and they go, "Isn't that a Greyjoy ship?" And they have the longboat coming up with a couple guys in it, and they're walking up the beach, going to meet them, and John realizes that Theon is there with them, and they both have an awkward little moment there.
Yeah, I don't understand why Theon just doesn't get back on the boat and starts rowing back.
He's like,
And he's not like Grandpa Simpson walking into the whorehouse. He walked right back out. That's what should have happened.
That's exactly what he should have done.
But no, he sticks around and tries to strike up a conversation.
Hey, John, so how's your sister?
He acts more like, oh shit, there's the guy that I borrowed $5 from and never paid back, instead of like, oh shit, there's the guy I killed his brother, and I made people think I killed 2 of his brothers, and I betrayed another brother that got him killed and his mother killed.
We also killed the Master at Arms of Winterfell because he couldn't chop off his head right.
Yeah. And it's like, he just killed all these people, or he made people think he killed 2 of his family members, betrayed, and in the betrayal got 2 other family members killed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, how's it going?
He's like, let's forget that I done fucked up.
Yeah.
How you been?
He doesn't treat it as that big of a deal. He's like, maybe he forgot.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't hear about it.
If I play this cool, I could get my way out of it.
John grabs him and tells him, the only reason I'm not killing you right now is because of what you did for my sister. He's talking about when he saved Sansa.
Yep.
When they jumped off that really steep wall.
Yeah.
And escaped from Ramsay. And, justifiably so, but one good deed versus one really shitty deed that had way more fallout.
Because as far as he knows right now, he killed Bran.
Yeah.
He's not sure how Rickon was alive, but...
True. Well, I bet he figured that if Rickon's alive, then Bran must be alive.
But he doesn't know for sure.
Yeah. Well, no, Sam would have told him that he saw Bran going he was going out into the wilderness.
But he didn't.
North of the wall. Nobody saw him.
Yeah, but Sam didn't tell him.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
Did he make him promise not to tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he didn't want John coming after him.
Right, that's right.
Because John definitely was like, what's
this
cripple doing?
He would have jumped on his horse and gone over.
Yeah.
So he basically, Theon gives them a breakdown like, hey, I got news from our side of stuff, and Euron kind of pissed all over us, hence why his name is Euron. He took my sister, and
Yeah,
we got no ships.
He goes back to get more people to go after Euron, and it's like, that's not what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's trying to be, but he's Reek.
Yeah, he's total Reek now.
Yeah.
You could see it when John grabbed him. He was starting to cower. You know, like
who knows? Maybe in like an episode or two, they show up on Euron's doorstep and they save his sister.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it the way Theon's going right now, but
yeah, he's going down he's fighting a downward battle with himself.
Yeah.
Or downhill battle. Then we cut to the best part, at least in my opinion, best part of the episode. We get to where Jaime and Bronn, they're kind of like packing things up, getting ready to start heading out, you know, taking that gold back to King's Landing, and all of a sudden Bronn's like, I hear something.
Yeah, they're talking to Dickon.
Yeah, Dickon. Which, we get to that part.
I thought that was a really good part.
Yeah, he introduces himself and he says his name is Dickon. And immediately we were like, oh, we have a perfect thing where we can make our own meme. We're going to beat everybody to it, and we're going to...
Not even close.
Nope, because we're going to have a picture of him, and it says Dick on, and then have a picture of Theon that says Dick off.
It's already happened.
Already been made. You know, within the 5 minutes that we saw it. Yeah,
that was made back in, like, episode 1 when he got introduced.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot he was introduced earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But they're talking to Dickon about what it was like, because it was his first battle, and he's basically telling that it's really weird. These were people that he's hunted with and grew up with. It didn't feel right, basically.
A Civil War feeling where he's like, I knew those faces that I was killing.
Yeah, and Jaime's actually being a decent person. It's like, yeah, it wasn't great, but they sided with...
They chose the wrong side.
They chose the wrong side. This is what we had to do.
And Dickon comments on how we didn't think it was going to smell that way. And that's when Bronn just says, well, yeah, most people don't know dead people shit themselves.
Yeah.
And he's just saying dickish stuff that Jaime's looking at him like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Then you start hearing
starts hearing
a thundering noise.
Yeah, which all of a sudden he realizes, shit, that's an army coming down on us.
Yep.
They're on the other side of that hill over there. Everyone to their battle stations. Let's go. You know, grab your shields, grab your spears. You know, get in line. And they see the Dothraki horde come up over the hill and just start charging at them.
Yep.
They're like, "Hey, I'd never fought Dothraki before, but I think we should be okay. We should be all right."
The Bronn sees what's happening and realizes what's going to happen immediately. He tells Jaime to get the fuck out of here.
He's like, "We got 2 horses right here. We need to get the fuck out."
Like, Jaime's like, "No, I think we can hold it.
Oh, we're cool.
We're good." Cool. These are... Because he's basically looking at Dothraki as just, like, savages, basically, that have no real, like...
They don't have heavy
military.
armor.
They don't have military strategy. They're just coming in to kill it. They're like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though we're outnumbered, we can do this. And then all of a sudden... the dragon shows up.
Yeah, Daenerys is flying Drogon. And both their eyes just...
It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And Daenerys brings Drogon down and just lights just a trail through the middle of them. Parts them like the Red Sea, you know.
Allowing the Dothraki to go cut down the middle. And
Yep. There's that one Dothraki guy that just he was going to town. He was having a blast.
Killing people left and right. He was so happy that day.
Chopping heads off left and right.
Yep. Then Dothraki are basically winning, and then Daenerys decides to burn down all the carriages.
Oh yeah, with all the gold and food and everything inside.
Like, I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah,
personally, it was cool to see because they're just leaving things in ashes immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome.
all the bodies getting hit with the dragon fire just turn to ash. Like it's so insane.
But you don't see that usually. That was really cool to see.
It's like they get burned apart by like thermite, basically.
Yeah. But she burns up all the gold and the food and was like, That seems like a dumb move.
It was wasted.
Yeah. It's like, you could definitely use the food.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got that gold, that...
You could buy more food.
You could buy more food, or you could have the Iron Bank on your side.
That too.
Then they'll stop funding Cersei. Because they're still funding her, in a way.
Well, that and she has an outstanding debt, so maybe in her mindset, she's like, well, if I destroy all the money she was supposed to pay back with, she's going to be in trouble with the Iron Bank, so they're going to not only cut her off, but they'll probably, it'd be a good point to have them on our side. Or
but then you could have had this extra gold, and you could have kept it, and you could have done a bunch of different things. You could have added to your riches, or you could have doled out a little bit, tiny bit to each people that survived, to help them out, get them on your good side.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not in coin form anymore. Maybe it's just melted into lumps.
And still, that's a lot of gold and food that went to waste.
Yeah. So we're just seeing all this death and destruction as she's just eviscerating everyone with Drogon and his fire. Mm-hmm. And then Jaime tells, they're like, oh, that's right, we got the secret weapon. Bronn, you go fire it. And he's like, why not you? And he goes, well, my hand is missing. I can't. It requires 2 hands to fire. So Bronn's like, all right, whatever. So he goes into this trailer-looking thing and kicks it open, and it's got a giant scorpion crossbow.
I just thought of something. Giants could take out dragons. Because they got the giant bows and arrows.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought of that.
For the giant White Walkers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be something to watch out for.
That is. See, the White Walkers just taking forever to get here, too.
It's a long walk.
Yeah. It's a big wall, too. But...
Since they're going to take... Looks like they're going to take out Cersei this season.
That's what I'm thinking.
The last image of the season is going to be the wall coming down. Yeah.
It's going to be Cersei gets killed off, the wall comes down, there's the White Walkers, now you have to wait 2 years for Season 8 to come out. Fuck!
Yeah, he gets the... sorry to go off on that tangent. That was just something I thought of.
Yeah.
Bronn gets the giant crossbow.
He fires one shot, and Drogon
misses and
lines up again and hits it, and she goes tumbling down with Drogon.
But he just wounded him a little bit, got him in the shoulder.
Yeah, and he goes to. Drogon's pissed, he's not even taking orders from Dany for this. He lights that crossbow on fire and then hits another one.
Bronn dives out of the way. I think it was the same one. He burns it up and then he takes it out with his tail.
Okay. He's like, not fucking using that thing again.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. That hurt.
Daenerys gets off the drag and is going to go take the arrow out.
Yeah, they're at the edge of a river or whatever, and she's trying to pull it out of him, and Jaime looks and he grabs a spear and he's like, I can end this right now.
Yep.
And all the while, Tyrion's up on the hill where the Dothraki came over, and he's just standing there surveying and looking at what's been happening, and he sees his brother, and he's like, don't fucking do it. Don't, just run away, go, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, man. He's getting in right near it, and all of a sudden, Drogon turns in, his giant head.
Yep, starts lighting up.
And I'm guessing Bronn tackles Jaime into the water, and
because of his armor and his heavy golden hand, he starts sinking.
Yeah.
And
that's where it ends.
Fades to black and credits. Fucking credits.
Yeah.
So, you gotta wait a week until we find out.
Yeah. We're not going to watch the leaked
We could watch
episodes.
the leaked episodes, but we're not going to be able to watch it in a good resolution.
It's not right either, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we want to wait for the real thing.
Yeah.
So, God, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
That ending was great. It's gonna be really interesting to see where next episode's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened for the teaser of it?
It showed
she was telling people to bend the knee again.
Oh yeah, she's like, it's like you could join bend the knee, join up with me, or you can die.
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting a little mad Queenie, and basically Varys and Tyrion we gotta calm her down a bit.
Yeah.
Because she is going apeshit, and it's not going to go well. She's got way too much Mad King in her.
That's where I think I'm going to make a prediction. Just a prediction, based off of nothing other than what I've observed so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking she's going to get more Mad Queenish. At some point, Jorah's going to come back, kind of snap her back into it, like, you used to be a better person than this. And she realizes she has way more of the Mad King in her than she'd like to admit. She's more of a conqueror rather than a ruler, so to speak. She's too much down the conqueror path. And she makes a sacrifice play to kill Cersei off. You know, so, like, whether she's burning her at the top of King's Landing or something like that, and something happens to the dragon she's riding, and she dies, maybe. And then, but before she goes, she tells Jon, you know, because at that point he probably knows, you know, Bran has told him, or Sam has told him, or somebody, that he's a Targaryen. You know, what his parentage really was. And she tells him, now you're the last Targaryen. And she dies. And that's when Jon is suddenly the king of everything. And he's like, well, fuck, everything's burned down. Everything's in disarray. Now I have to fucking try to gather up what I can of everybody to make them all agree and make them believe in these fucking White Walkers that are going to be coming here. You know, now it's going to concentrate on the White Walker fight for Season 8. That's kind of like where I'm leaning.
I don't see that happen. I think she's going to chill out.
Yeah?
I don't think we're going to see Jorah again. Or we'll see Jorah. He's going to he's going to be the one that calms her down.
Yeah, he's
probably going to show up next episode.
I think he's definitely going to talk some sense into her.
Yeah,
and remind her who she is.
Yeah. Did
something happen to what's his fucking Dario?
Danny told him to stay behind.
Just stay behind. Oh, back in
Saber's Bay or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay, that's right. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, I haven't seen him forever. Where the hell did he go to? Like, I guess he's just there. He's not gonna. Nothing else happens with him.
Pretty much, that's what she told him to do.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning right now as far as what's happening. Well, do you have any guesses on how it's going to play out this season?
I think it's going to play out like Jaime's going to end up killing Cersei.
Okay.
That's the way it's been this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't see Tyrion do it. He's always strangled a bitch.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jaime because he's going to tell her that, like, the Martell killed Joffrey, not Tyrion.
Yeah.
And
she won't believe
Cersei's
him.
not going to give a shit.
What if...
I think she'll believe him, but she just won't give a shit.
What if the prophecy is fulfilled by her being killed by her brother is because Jaime bends the knee and betrays her?
I don't see that happening either.
Because, like, obviously, I don't think Jaime's dead.
I don't think Jaime's dead.
Nobody thinks Jaime's dead.
I think we're going to see them end up in King's Landing.
I think he's going to be their prisoner. You know.
I don't think he's going to be a prisoner. I don't think they're going to find him. I think they're going to end up on the other side of the lake and escape, basically.
Yeah. I don't know. Because if they were able to... If they capture him, you know, drag him out of the water, now he's captured, maybe... Because he knows his sister is just batshit crazy now. She's a little bit over the edge. He's not happy with her.
But he also thinks that after the war is over and everything's settled down, she's going to calm down too.
Yeah. But maybe he'll see something in Dany that he'll be like, this is a queen, you know.
She just rode in on a fucking dragon. I don't think he's going to see that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I think they're going to end up back in King's Landing.
Yeah. I guess the only way for us to find out is wait until next week.
Yeah.
So
maybe that one guy in his rowboat is going to show up and pick Jaime up.
One guy in his robe?
On his rowboat.
Gendry?
Gendry.
Yeah, when the fuck is Gendry going to show up, too?
I'm betting that Gendry's never going to show up again.
I thought they already confirmed that he was going to show up again.
I haven't heard
because he was listed in the cast list, I thought.
I haven't seen anything.
I feel like Gendry's going to show back up. Because he's a blacksmith, he's going to help forge that dragon glass somehow. Maybe.
I think what happened is that the show writers, they expected the books to be finished by now. They were not prepared. They were prepared to turn a book into a TV show. They were not prepared to make their own TV show. Yeah. They know where things are going.
Adapting's one thing.
Yeah.
Guessing what the ending is the other, as you can see.
They know what the ending is, but they're...
how to get to that ending without...
Yeah, that's the thing, and that... I think there's going to be a lot of things that's... Because, there's already been a lot of stuff that's been forgotten about. It's like they've already forgot that, what's his name told Sam that there was Dragonstone. You know. God, I can't remember his name. The Baratheon that got his daughter killed. They killed his daughter.
Stannis.
Stannis.
Yeah.
Stannis Baratheon told Sam that there was Dragonstone there, and
yeah, it was just filled with dragon glass underneath.
Yeah, and that was completely forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, Stannis left all his boats with Jon.
Mm-hmm.
Jon's got a whole fleet of ships. They're not that great, but they're still ships that they could transport Dothraki, and
hey, they can support a whole bunch of wildlings.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm betting that's been completely forgotten as well.
Yeah.
So I'm betting I'd be shocked if we saw him.
Yeah, I say I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
I'm not saying I'm not rooting for him, but
oh no, I mean like I'm saying, you're saying you don't think he's going to show up again. I'd say I'm in the side of the camp that thinks he's going to come back.
I'm betting in the books like there is a purpose for him, but what are we at now? Like, so we got like
we're at episode 4.
So we got 3 episodes left this season. How many next season?
5.
5. So we got 8 episodes left. It may be one of those things where it's like it's not a huge detail for them to add, so they might not even do it.
Because I think one thing they're going to do they really cut down the episodes of season 8 to 5. It's like fuck. Well,
but they're obviously like hour-and-a-half long episodes, though.
Yeah, they obviously know what the ending's going to be. They have it structured in such a way that they know exactly what they're going to do, which is cool. But I think there's going to be a gap between season 7 and season 8. There's going to it's going to jump ahead a little bit to where it's not just this just happened. Now we go from there. Yeah, like a few months, maybe a year, something, because. It's also going to take them a while to make the last season. So, time's probably going to advance a little bit. So there's going to be bits of story that they're going to do flashbacks for, maybe. Yeah. That will fill in the gaps and kind of cut down on the storytelling as to, well, this is what this character's been up to, that's why you didn't see him for a while.
I don't think he's going to be... I don't think he's that big of a character. And I don't think he has a big enough story to tell to use up what little time they have left to tell it.
I think he's coming back.
So, I guess we'll see.
Yep. Let us know what you think in the comments below. What's your theories going on? You know, can't be crazier than ours. Then again, maybe it could. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you next time.
Bye.